All right. We're outside the San Siro. Inter won. They're in first place. We found this guy outside the stadium. You look like you were, I'm not going to say it, but here. Congratulations, first place. Inter fan.
This is an important game that you have to beat Lazio, and you're on to the next game. You have a derby coming up, so, we're in first place now, but it doesn't matter, right? The same way that it doesn't matter if you were first place when, Campione d'Inverno. Doesn't matter.
Was that shots thrown at Milan fans?
No, shots thrown to Antonio. You know Mr. Antonio?
No, I don't know him.
Great guy, just a little diluted when it comes to his Milan games.
Oh, I think I know that guy.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
So, first place, as you should be. What do you think about the match for Inter?
I think Inter, Conte, I have to give a lot of credit to Conte this game. He put Inter in the right position to win. They got the penalty. They scored on the penalty. They scored it 2-0.
Was it a penalty?
It was a penalty. A lot of people were questioning. If you look at it, the trailing leg hits Lautaro as he's about to take a shot before any contact with the ball.
It looks like he got the ball first.
No, absolutely not. Are you a journalist or are you a commentator?
Sorry, I asked the questions over here.
Exactly. No, it was definitely 100% penalty. Like Chiellini's, hit to the face and Napoli's penalty. 100% penalty.
Wow, I was not expecting that. That was well played, I'm not going to lie. So Inter, Lautaro got back on the score sheet. Are you finally happy? It's been a long time. Lukaku had to put it on a plate for him to be able to finally score.
Yeah, I feel like these questions are a little biased, but I'm going to say Lautaro, I think he's a great talent. He still has a lot to prove. You see some of the things that he does, a lot of strikers can't do. He is a little streaky at the moment, but I think, we kind of don't realize that he's born in 1997. I was playing with my Pokemon cards in 97. He was born that same time that I was probably playing Pokemon. But no, he's got plenty of time to show what he can do, and I think the Lukaku-Lautaro partnership has always been great.
There's this guy that I found on Instagram. He's part of IFTV. I think his name's IFTV Ryan. He eats a lot of Hershey bars. He calls Lautaro a bum. What's your reaction to that?
IFTV Ryan over here. This guy is clearly doesn't know what he's talking about. Clearly, I think he's got too much of a sugar high from these Hershey bars. Needs to try some better chocolate.
Thoughts on Lukaku? Again, one of the most important players for Inter. Great run through Parolo, who could not do anything to defend him.
Yeah, Lukaku is unbelievable. A guy that big, having the speed that he has, is a dangerous duo. And he's been Inter's leader this year, I have to say. Scores goals. When it's under pressure, he's the one that's going to get Inter out of any trouble. And I listen, he's a top player. He earned it.
Eriksen finally starting again in the midfield with Brozovic. I took that. I think he played a very good match. I've always loved Eriksen and his quality. You think Conte's finally been able to learn that Eriksen can play in a midfield with Brozovic?
Yeah, and that's what I said. I've told my friends, right? We were talking after.
Sure you have friends?
Yeah, I have a lot of friends. Eriksen in the midfield with Brozovic, Barella. One positive thing we could take from the Juventus game that we got kicked out of the Coppa Italia, unfortunately, is that they can play together in the midfield and we can defend but also attack efficiently. And it's great to see when you can see Eriksen in the midfield instead of a Gagliardini. I have to say, Gagliardini great off the bench, but he can be a starter for Inter.
And one of the last things we got over here that's on my mind, Skriniar. Last year, a lot of these people were saying that he couldn't play in a back three. There was even some rumors that Skriniar could be sold, that he didn't fit Conte's formation. So a big performance from him tonight and this season. What are your thoughts on Milan Skriniar?
Yeah.
Milan Skriniar.
Yeah. Well, he's the real Milan, right? Milan Skriniar. The guy this year has outperformed even De Vrij, who I think arguably is one of the best in that position. The three-man defense is different than a four-man defense. As a center back, you have a lot more space to cover, and you can't be as aggressive. right? Because if you make that aggressive jump or attack, you have a lot of space behind you that you can leave if you don't do the right thing. And also, you're facing wingers at times, so they're a little quicker, and you don't have the support next to you. Skriniar, even though there was some rumors and whatnot, even Godin last year, right? You think about Godin when he was on Inter, he had a hard time adjusting that 3-man defense until the last 10 or so games where he started all those games, and Skriniar lost his spot. But, I mean, Godin is arguably one of the top defenders in recent history, right? So it's acceptable, and I think Skriniar got his spot back, and he's proved that he can play.
We saw Milan fans, obviously, in the comment section before saying that you guys are whatever to be in top right now, that you don't know how to handle yourself. Any reaction to the Milan fans out there?
No, I mean, listen, Milan fans, you guys been first place the whole season. You deserve to be there. And Inter, they're on top right now, and you just have to face it.
I don't like that answer. I'm trying to push you a little bit.
Something else, but it's not appropriate for TV.
Okay, I understand where you're going with that one. But it's to be expected that Inter are finally in first place. I mean, it's been an entire season with all the money spent, with the coach that you have. Finally you're in first place.
Yeah, listen, Inter this year is meant to win the Scudetto. From the beginning, even we could try to push off the pressure, whatnot. They were built to win the Scudetto, and we're right where we're supposed to be.
Okay, last question. The derby is obviously coming up next. Do you think Inter's going into this in a better moment than Milan are?
Sure.
By the way, you lost the last derby.
Sure. I mean, we might have lost the last derby, but we did beat them in the Coppa Italia, and we did win 5 years in a row in Serie A. So but
the last Serie A derby was lost, I believe.
It's okay. Milan have to win something sometimes. Besides Serie B.
I believe in the past decade they've won more than Inter.
I would check your stats, but going back, I think the derby game doesn't matter how you show up. It's a whole nother game. That game, the players know and have expectations. And the best team is going to win. That's what I hope. I hope that it's a great game. Be a nice matchup. Ibrahimovic versus Lukaku again after that whole Coppa Italia thing. And I think Inter have an advantage, if you want to say, as far as being able to rest for a week, where Milan have to play on Thursday away. So they're not even in Milano. They have to travel and stuff. So it can mess up Milan's approach or how to prepare for the game.
Okay, this microphone's getting heavy. I understand how Lukaku feels having to carry something the entire match. Guys, that's it. Fan cam here. We're going to see if we were able to find a Lazio fan. I think we got one that's coming up. Peter, good job. Congratulations on the Scudetto. We'll see you soon, man.